Hi, this is Carrie Van Ice here with Barefoot Consultants. I'm here in Cuenca, Ecuador at the Villanova Inn with my friend Bill Dixon, who I interviewed earlier this spring about teaching English here in Ecuador. And we're here to follow up and see. Bill's now living here in Ecuador. He's teaching, and we're just going to talk to him a little bit about his experiences. So, hi Bill, it's so nice to meet you finally. It's a pleasure. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Carrie, it's wonderful to meet you in person actually, because all we've done is seen you on the videos on the computer, but it's lovely to be here, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. So can you just share with me and the people watching a little bit about your journey here to Ecuador, how you came to be living here, and also a little bit about now your teaching?
Right. If I may, it's all started about a year ago when I subscribed to International Living, and through International Living I obviously then saw the program that you promote, which is Teach English and Get Paid. It appealed to me, and so I also bought the program through Barefoot Consultants, and from that and all the support that I got from Carrie and Winton, I then took a TESOL course to ensure that I had the right certification, and that from my previous interviews and my original trip here in April, that led me eventually to the Villanova here in Cuenca. I followed up, as you'll see from my previous interviews. You will recall that I'd made contact with various schools here. When I arrived here on the 26th of August, I then contacted those schools that I'd originally contacted. I said I'd sent them my CV, and they'd all given me a huge welcome. However, I chose a school called Las Calanitas, which is a private school, 1,500 students, and I went for an interview. They offered me a full-time job immediately on the spot. However, because I'm developing and relaunching the Villanova Hotel, I had to ask them if I could rather do part-time, which they gladly accepted. And one of the big things about the Cuencano or the Ecuadorians is if you offer them something, they will always give back in return. And this is where a lot of the self-satisfaction comes in, apart from teaching the kids, because they were going to pay me, and they will be paying me. However, for the first 2 months, I'm going to volunteer. I will be starting, they're doing exams at the moment. I'm starting teaching in a couple of weeks' time. They pick me up here at the hotel, they deliver me to the school, they bring me back. What else is there? I mean, this is really what it's all about. So, Carrie, the bottom line is you can do this anywhere in the world. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I've got to tell you this, if it hadn't have been for the support and the encouragement and you acting as a kind of a mentor, as I know you do to all your members of Barefoot Consultants, this wouldn't have happened. I'm here in my paradise, and ladies and gentlemen, look at this. You can have this anywhere in the world, but you've got to get out there and teach. I'm retired, semi-retired, because I love what I do. I've got a beautiful job ahead of me. I'm running this new hotel. So what else is there? How can I fault it? And I owe a lot of it to you and to Winton. And I might add another thing. Here at the hotel, we've got a little room which we've converted into a meeting room, conference room, and I'm going to use that to do private tutoring.
Oh, great.
So, I mean, I'm lost for words because I'm so happy.
That's great. That's great. So, well, thank you, Bill, so much for sharing your experience and pointing out that there really is a need for English teachers. There's a market out there for English teachers, both in schools and in being a private tutor. So even in places like Cuenca, Ecuador, where there's a very big expat community, don't be shied off by that. If you take the time to go out and look for jobs, they're there. There is a huge demand for English all over the world. Bill is a living example that you can live in a place like this and teach English, and maybe that'll lead to more opportunities, just like Bill working here at the Villanova. So you could use it as a springboard to something else, or you may make it a second career, or just do it part-time, but the opportunities are definitely out there. So thank you so much, Bill, for joining me. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I wish you much success here in Cuenca, Ecuador.
Thank you, Carrie.